Welcome to NDR Signal Exchange, your go-to source for insights on the markets and the economy. In under 5 minutes, we'll answer your top questions and cover key trends shaping financial markets. I'm Kevin Bates, one of NDR's product specialists, and I'll be addressing a key question often asked by clients: which indicators should I follow? Over time, we've amassed an extensive archive of over 15,000 pieces of content in our library as part of that process. The problem, though, then becomes, of course, amongst all of this information, what are the key metrics I should pay attention to? And this is where NDR's watch reports can really help. So a watch report is essentially an objective set of indicators, normally between 10 and 20, although there's no set rule, which are organized in a very easy to follow framework on one page. And those indicators are then aggregated up into a single reading that helps address a particular investment question. So examples include how strong and sustainable is the current rally in global equities, or how close are we to a US recession? What is the proximity of a cyclical or a secular bear market in stocks? Is gold heading higher or looking extended? So over time, we've really developed lots of sets of these key indicators to help address all of these questions, which help provide both an objective assessment for our strategists when they're making their investment calls. So they're an important part of the strategist toolkit, essentially, but they also help clients understand which indicators we'd recommend monitoring on an ongoing basis. So let's look at a few examples. So firstly, we've got our Rally Watch. This is a set of indicators used and developed by Tim Hayes, our global chief investment strategist, to really help measure the market's bullish potential. All of our watch reports are fully interactive. The individual data sets can be accessed via our website, ndr.com. This particular one, as you can see, has 16 inputs, which are a combination of short-term thrust indicators that we can use as a momentum gauge, intermediate and long-term tape indicators, along with sentiment at the bottom, which are all rolled up into an aggregate reading at the top. So there's obviously a lot of information in here, but the bottom line is that, as we can see from the statistics box on this chart in the lower right-hand side, when over half of those 16 indicators have breached their key levels, so at least 8 of the 16 are bullish, that's happened a total of 23 times since 1980. And in roughly 80% of those cases, global equities have tended to be around 20% higher a year later. So it's not to say that we can't have corrections along the way, but when the Rally Watch has gone bullish historically, the market tends to be significantly higher around a year later. So this is something that we use to aid our tactical asset allocation process, when to be overweight equities. It's really helped us at some major turning points in the market during the current cycle, in terms of understanding when equities are likely to continue rallying sustainably higher. The inverse of our Rally Watch is our cyclical bear watch report. So this was developed entirely separately, but uses a similar combination of trend and sentiment indicators. This time there's only 10 included, that we find that the market has been down roughly 20% when more than 4 out of the 10 indicators have reached their key levels, thus warning us of the start of a cyclical bear market. We've also applied this Rally Watch, Bear Watch concept to other markets as well, such as Europe, Japan, China, and others. But we can also transfer this approach onto the economy too. So this is our recession watch report for the United States. We also have these for the global economy, Eurozone, Japan, etc. Again, it's emphasizing NDR's preference for broad-based confirmation across multiple indicators before we make an official call. So these 10 inputs have had a strong track record at identifying US recessions in the near term. A call that we would make when 6 or more out of these 10 indicators have flashed red and breached their recession threshold. So you can see here that some are related to the labor market. Jobless claims, for example, is part of this indicator set. Others are more growth orientated. We have an economic timing model that helps with that. Financial conditions, manufacturing and services PMI, consumer confidence. So a really broad array of measures, some of them NDR models themselves, all grouped together into this watch report to help give us an overall recession gauge. So I hope this is a useful introduction to a few of NDR's watch reports. We have around 50 of these in our library in total. These span across different asset classes, regions, economies, Some are short term, others are longer term. If you have any more questions or would like deeper analysis, do feel free to submit your own questions for the next episode by emailing neddavisresearch@ndr.com. Thanks for watching NDR Signal Exchange. Let NDR help you see the signals.